You've seen how the mean and median are two ways of finding the measure of central tendency for a dataset. In this video, you'll learn about the mode, which is a third of the measures of central tendency that you can use to study a dataset. Let's start with an example. Two dice are rolled 50 times, and the sums of the numbers on the faces of the dice are recorded. The table shows the results of the 50 rolls. Which sum was the most common? Compare this to the mean and median for the same dataset. When you have a dataset and are asked to find the most frequent data item, then the mode is the statistic to use. Let's look at the mode and the other measures of central tendency. The mean is the sum of the numbers divided by the number of numbers. The median is the middle term of the dataset that is arranged in numerical order. With the median, you have to organize and then analyze the data. The mode is the most frequent data item in a dataset. There can be more than one mode as well as no mode. Like the median, to find the mode, you need to organize the data. The data shows the sum of the two dice across 50 rolls of the dice. The sum of the two dice can range from 2 to 12, so one way to find the mode is to create a graph of this data using 2 to 12 as the categories for the dataset. Here is a dot plot created using a TI Nspire. Simply input the data into a spreadsheet window, then use the statistics window to create the dot plot. As you can see, 7 is the mode for this dataset. Now let's find the mean and median using a spreadsheet. Using a tool like the TI Nspire allows you to also find the median with the same dataset. Here is a box and whisker plot of the same data. A box and whisker plot easily identifies the median of a dataset. In this case, the median is 7. As for the mean, we can use a spreadsheet and the average formula as shown here. The mean is 6.7. Let's compare all three measures. This table summarizes the three measures of central tendency. And you can see how they are clustered around 7. But there are some important differences. The data set, even though it consists of the numbers in the table, is made up of categorical data. What does this mean? Even though the mean is 6.7, we know that a pair of dice will never land on 6.7. because there are only certain allowed values for the sums. The median, while it is one of the categorical values, only happens to coincide with the mode. The median is not always the most frequent data item. The importance of the mode is that it will identify the most frequent data item. In certain scenarios, it is important to know that. In this case, knowing that the most frequent outcome of a random event like rolling dice can help with making predictions about likely outcomes. Let's look at another example. A company is testing out 4 new flavors of its carbonated tea. A group of 25 people were asked to taste and rate the 4 flavors on a scale of 1 to 5. Using the data, how should the company decide which of the 4 flavors to produce? This is another example where the mode is a preferred measure. If we find the mode for each of the beverages, the one with the highest mode represents the most popular flavor. This table shows the same data, but organized from least to greatest and going from left to right. In this format, it's easier to find the most frequent data item. For flavor A, there are more 1 ratings than anything else, so 1 is the mode. For flavor B, there are more 2 ratings than anything else, so 2 is the mode. For flavor C, there are an equal number of 2 and 3 ratings, and this is an example of a dataset having more than 1 mode. For flavor D, there are more 5 ratings than anything else, so 5 is the mode. This table summarizes the modes for each of the 4 flavors. You can easily see that the highest rated flavor was D. You can also see that the other measures of central tendency would not be useful in this situation. Let's look at a final example. The employees at a company voted on the color scheme for their new logo. The choices were among these 4 colors, and the data table shows the results of the secret ballot. Use the mode to help decide the color choice. Notice that this dataset doesn't include numerical data. The data in the table is names of colors. But even with a dataset like this, we can calculate the mode. Because there are no numbers in this dataset, there is no way of calculating the mean or the median. To find the mode, we'll create a graph using the TI Nspire graphing calculator. You can enter categorical data into a spreadsheet window. Add a column heading to column A and enter the color names in one long column as shown here. Next, create a statistics window and link to the column data in the spreadsheet. By default, you will see the dot plot like this. You can also set this as a bar graph or even a circle graph as shown here. All of the graphs clearly indicate that blue is the preferred choice.